I'm on a quest to watch all the movies and TV shows about the tales of King Arthur and his knights. Let's check out everything that came out in the 1950s. The Knights of the Round Table is a British film from 1953. Are you looking for the versions most similar to the fairy tale books you read growing up? This is one of them. We have Arthur and his Brotherhood of Knights, Percival and his quest for the Holy Grail, Lancelot and Elaine, Guinevere's forbidden love, the evil Mordred and Morgane Le Fay. Though honestly, they're less evil and more annoying in this version. Their stories are interwoven in a very easy-to-follow story that's fun for the whole family. This is based on Sir Thomas Malory's Le Morte d'Arthur from 1485. The movie mentions the Romans just left, which would place it in the correct time in history around 409 AD. But the costuming and sets are the classic French European style most commonly used for these stories. There is no magic in this world except for Arthur being, of course, the only one able to pull the sword from the stone. Merlin is there, in the background, but is presented only as Arthur's wise old advisor. There is a strong Christian presence, going so far as to feature the voice of God. I genuinely loved this. If I'm being nitpicky, some of the acting is lackluster and the swordplay was more amusing than impressive. I would also have liked to see Merlin the magician with his pointy hat making crazy things happen, instead of just standing in the background. But hey, this fulfills my childhood wish to see fairy tales come to life with shining armor and pretty dresses. So I say, curl up on the couch and bring your childhood into the room. It's 115 minutes long, rated 13+, but I think all ages is fine. The Black Knight is a British-American film from 1954. Trouble is brewing in Camelot. King Arthur has enemies and he doesn't even know it. Don't worry, this is the story of a man who fights to become a knight in order to get revenge and win the woman he loves. While he's at it, maybe he'll save Camelot. Your typical knights and lady in distress movie. While a character called the Black Knight has popped up in old Arthurian legends from time to time, this is unrelated. This timeline is all over the place. Camelot is at odds with Saracens and Vikings, neither of which would have stepped foot in England until centuries later. Magic and Christianity are missing throughout. Then there's one scene where the bad guys are showing us just how bad they are by hanging out at Stonehenge, where a lot of women are dancing and a human sacrifice is on the table. Weird, but okay. The main character, played by Alan Ladd, was a miscast for me. His character seemed detached throughout the whole movie, so that kind of killed it. Also, definitely a me problem, but the damsel in distress was a bit too damsel-y. Girl can't even run away right. I don't get why he even liked her. Can't say I recommend it, but I'm sure it's someone else's jam. 85 minutes long, rated 13+. Prince Valiant is an American film from 1954. A Viking royal family has been kicked out of their home and are hiding away under the protection of King Arthur. Now their son, Prince Valiant, is excited to become a knight of Camelot. What perils and adventures will he get up to on the way? Perhaps he even may find young love. This is a young man's fantasy story about growing up and winning valor and glory as a knight. The story is based on an American comic that came out in 1937. There is no timeline here. Just don't think about it and enjoy the crazy Viking costumes and hairstyles. No magic of any kind. They distinctly point out that the good Vikings are Christian and the bad Vikings are not. If there is one reason to go watch this movie, it's Sir Gawain. Not only is his character absolutely hilarious, but oh my god, his accent. It was so weird watching a knight of the Round Table basically sound like a cowboy. This movie is super campy and makes no sense, but I loved it. 100 minutes long, rated for all ages. The Adventures of Sir Lancelot is a British television series from 1956. Sir Lancelot, together with his trusty steed and a witty squire Brian, is here to show everyone what a true knight really is in these episodic adventures. Our brave hero will always get there just in the nick of time, whether it's to protect the treasury from pirates, save the damsel in distress, or just help two lords get along. Based on the imaginations of the scriptwriters, with a very loose influence from Le Morte to Arthur. Aside from a few offhanded comments about things left over from the Romans, this has its own interpretation of some supposed real-world timeline. Don't ask questions, just go with it. No major presence of magic or religion. This Merlin is in my top 5 versions of Merlin with his hokey charlatan magic. This series had me constantly bursting into laughter. This is perfect if you want something fun and quirky going on in the background. My only critique is sometimes Sir Lancelot is a little too smart and cocky for his own good. There are 30 25-minute episodes rated for all ages. That's it for our main list. If you still can't get enough from the 1950s, you can also check out some silly parodies, such as Nightmare Hare, a 1955 Warner Brothers Merry Melodies theatrical cartoon. Nighty Night Bugs, a 1958 Warner Brothers Looney Tunes cartoon. Or Nutsy Nights, a 1954 short starring the Three Stooges. Thank you so much for watching. Next time, we'll be checking out everything from the 1960s. Happy watching!